You know, one of the upgrades at position coach for the Indianapolis Colts is in the defensive backfield. It's Ron Milus, secondary coach for the Colts. He's got his work cut out for him. He's got some guys that he's going to have to figure out how to put together and how to get right in that secondary. The Colts are going to go as far on the defensive side of the ball as that secondary can take them.
Wondering something about Stephon Gilmore. When you guys evaluated him on tape, going into free agency, I'm sure he's one of lots of guys you're looking at. What separated him, even at this stage of his career?
You know what? Here's the one thing, and I told Stephon this when he showed up. There's a lot of corners in this league, and they can play man-to-man, and they do a good job, and it might be an incomplete. He's got the capability of playing man-to-man with his back to the ball and having a sense win the turn and make a play on the ball in a man-to-man situation. You asked the question about zone eyes. Yeah. Obviously, you're probably going to make more interceptions seeing it, but he's got the ability, outside release, cover guy, have the sense, have the instincts, which you guys were talking about before. Okay, win the look, and he's a finisher. I mean, that's been proven over time.
Are you just born with that instinct, or is that
to me,
just learned?
I think that's one of those things your mom and dad gave you.
Yeah.
There are some things your mom and dad gave you, and sometimes, just like
it's
anything
like a sense,
else.
right?
Well, some guys can catch it, some guys can't, and I can't tell you. You can throw as many balls as you want to. If you can't catch, you can't catch. It's just like a dog. If he bites as a puppy, he's probably going to bite as a big dog. If he doesn't, it ain't happening. So
we don't know Stephon that well. Obviously, he just
quiet.
Thank you. Okay.
Very quiet.
With this.
But he's a different kind of. I'm not going to call him a superstar, but he does have a plaque at the house. He's one of the better players in the league. But my saying,
he can claim it. He can claim it. Yes.
I mean, a lot of times those guys walking around, shoulders back, chin up, and look at me. This guy is very, very humble in his approach. He doesn't say a lot. All I hear is a lot of, yes, coach. Okay, how do you want me to do that? It's not like he's bucking anything that we're trying to get done, because this is different. I mean, from what he's been accustomed to. He's been, for the most part, and you guys have watched him play, he's tracked the best receiver, and he might be in the slot sometimes. He might be outside. Our style is a little bit different. He's going to either be left or right, and I don't know how much he'll be inside, but that's a little bit different from what he's been accustomed to. But like I told him, we're very glad to have him. I'm glad he's part of this organization, and hopefully he will continue to be the same player he's been the last few years.
What kind of a coach is Mike Venturi?
You know what? Mike is going to be an outstanding coach, because he's got that sense of the player's perspective. And so I think that's the biggest thing that he brings to the table, the player's perspective. But I know he hasn't been a coach for a long time, but he picks this stuff real quick. And when we did obviously we did an interview with him, and that was the first thing that when they asked me, what did you think? This guy's going to be a quick study. I know he's never coached, but this is a quick study. And really, I can't say he didn't coach, because when he was here, all I heard about, he held meetings, he did this, he did that, and was a kind of coach on the field. Now he's officially got a whistle and a hat, and he looks like a coach. So he's done a good job.
You guys do have some former players, former players who joined the staff this year.
Yeah.
Cato's been coaching, but the other two haven't. And you mentioned something there about being a quick study. Is that what it takes, really? Because, there's so many great players have played this game. They don't all make good coaches, right?
No. But generally what happens is that when they were players, there was something about them that someone saw in them that, you know what, if this guy is ever in a position where he wants to coach, this is going to be an excellent coach. I'm sure someone said that. I'm sure. Obviously, Frank said that when it was brought up about Mike, Reggie. Our whole group. The guys that have been former players. These guys are going to be, or are not going to be, are outstanding coaches.
Can you explain for me? I talked to Rick Venturi, who I know you worked with.
That's my guy.
He's always talking about hands.
Yeah. What
Hands
kind
up,
of hands?
hands
Hands and bump and run, or hands and catching the ball? What are we referring to?
Bump and run.
Okay.
So you're balanced.
Yeah.
Explain to me hands.
Well, here's how I see it. When we're playing bump and run, ideally your hands want to stay out in front of the knees, and it's just like a boxer. If you were going to throw a jab, I'm not sure if you're going to throw a jab and you're going to bring it up behind your back to throw the jab. It's going to be too late. So you got to have your hands in a position where you can put those hands on them quickly. And so I like to have them out in front of the knees, never having the hands go behind the knees. That's just my little small take on hands.
That's Ron Milus. Used to work with Rick Venturi, who's now the radio analyst for the Colts. And fun to talk to Ron about Rick and about hands. It's about the tactical stuff with quarterbacks. It's really, really interesting to me. Where do you put your feet? Where do you put your hands? How do you tactically play the position? Fun to get Ron Milus's perspective on that.